Hello again. It's good to be here with you. I trust and pray and hope that your Sunday is going well. Um, I want to address an issue that really came to me through my own failings, my own issues. Um, that I finally uh, took up the battle against. It's not um, on you. It's not your fault. It's not that you're weak. It's not that you don't have enough faith. Um, it's not that you're not a good person. When you have issues like addictions, depression, anxiety, PTSD, and a whole host of other issues, it's not your fault that you have these. Um, Many times, these issues are unfortunately gifted to you by at least one of your parents. I know I'm ADHD because at least two of our three children are ADHD, and their mother, she made it clear quite a long time ago, and I certainly agree. They didn't get it from her. Um, I was ADHD before ADHD was cool, and we didn't have Ritalin back then. We were just bad kids. We got whoopings every day. Um, Back then, the schools could whoop you, so we got double whippings a lot of the time because we'd get a whooping at school, and then our parents would find out we got a whooping at school, and they'd give us a whooping uh, for getting a whooping at school. So it wasn't us that we needed to have, wasn't us. So it's not your fault. But when you throw up your hands and say, well, there's just nothing I can do about this, I'm just stuck. And I was stuck living on alcohol for several years before I finally came to somewhat of my senses and realized, yeah, I got this problem, but I can take steps to do something about it. Now I can't do it on my own. That was the first thing I realized. Man, I'm in serious trouble, and there's nothing I can do to get out of it. Um, Treatment, medicines, they're not a sign that you're weak. They're a sign that you are in there fighting for yourself. You are looking for the help you need to be able to at least deal with whatever the issue is that you're having. Coming from a religious Christian background, I hear a lot of folks have been dealing with depression, anxiety, PTSD, not so much alcohol or drugs, because you don't, at least alcohol, you don't usually get medication for your alcoholism. There's help that you can get, obviously. But things like depression, I've got high blood pressure. I've supposedly had it most of my life. I can't really remember a time that I wasn't on high blood pressure medicine. That's how long I've had it. But no one in church says, well, if you just pray hard enough, if you just believe, if you had the faith, you could be healed of that high blood pressure. I've never had anyone say that. I've never had anyone with high blood pressure ever tell me that they've been told that. You see, high blood pressure is a disease. It in some cases, it's a symptom of things that are worse or things that, need to be taken care of. People don't say, I'll just pray harder and your blood pressure will go away. Now, if God wanted to take my high blood pressure away, he could do it. And he has, in a sense. He gave me the doctors that I went to see back then, and I've seen others, but they all continue to give me blood pressure medicine. I've never had a doctor say, well, we need to get you off this blood pressure medicine. Never. But yet, in our religious and Christian circles, and non-religious circles for other reasons, but I'll stick with the religious ones. They say, God didn't make you to be depressed. You don't have to be depressed. Well, thanks. I know some depressed people that would love to hear you say that to them. But at the same time, they would know that no amount of you saying that is actually going to make that happen. Again, can God cure someone of their depression? Yeah, he could. And in a lot of cases, he has. He sent them to doctors who gave them medications that will help alleviate some of the symptoms that you get with depression. Don't make it go away. And there's days you're going to have to fight against it. So I'm here to tell you, folks that are depressed, if you're on a medication and it's helping you, keep taking that medication. Don't listen to these people. They're wrong. They just are. Again, God could heal you. He could just poof and a miracle take place. And that's how he does choose to perform miracles. That's how he performs healing. He will just do it. He will say, depression be gone, and your depression is gone. But there are times when he says, I'm going to help you alleviate the symptoms of this depression or anxiety or PTSD. I'm going to send you to people that I have placed in the body of Christ who are there, called and equipped to help you with your depression. It's not your fault that you have depression. It's something inside here. And go to those doctors and get it done. You don't have to be ashamed. So if you are, especially in my recovery group on Facebook, but if you're with me on Truth Social, Prayers for Our Nation, or the MAGA, Make America Great Again group that I'm part of, I'll pray with you. I'll pray for you. I will listen to you. I don't have a lot of answers for you, but sometimes you already have the answers. You just need to have somebody to sound off to. I'm available for that. Done it a great deal of my life. As a children's pastor, I had parents bring me children that supposedly needed help. I generally wanted to talk to the parents first to find out what help they needed. Because normally when a child needs help, the problem isn't very far away from them. You can look at mom or dad, and if you can help mom or dad or both of them, that'll go a long way of helping the child. So stand tall. If you are fighting and beating depression every day, no matter how much it wears you out, pat yourself on the back. Praise God. You're doing what you need to be doing. So don't refuse to take medicine. Don't refuse to go to therapy. Now, if medicine doesn't help, you go to your doctor and say, this medicine, it's not helping, because there's a lot of different medicines that they can attempt. And sometimes it does take some tries. Medicine affects people differently, different dosages, how many times a day. Should you eat it with or without, food? Or should you take it with or without food? But you're not a bad person. And God is not going to wipe his hands and say, no more, I'm not going to have anything to do with you. As long as you're breathing, as long as you're able to say, Lord, help me, he's going to help you. He wants to help you. So stay strong, stay involved, especially if you're new to all of this, if you're trying to recover from some of these things. Stay close to a recovery group, whether it be in person or online or both. Get involved with the church group if you can. There are good churches out there. You may have to look around. They're fewer and farther between than they used to be. But they're out there. And don't give up. Because as long as you get up every morning and say, God, I don't know what you want with me today, but I'm here. And with your help and with your blessing, uh, I'm going to push forward. I'm going to be a bit better today than I was yesterday. And I'm going to do whatever those things are that I need to do to ensure that I continue my fight against my Goliath, that I don't give up, and that I realize when it's all said and done, you're in control and your will guide my life. And I believe that, and I believe that for you. So, anyone needing prayer, drop a comment, message me if you're on Facebook, message me if you're on Truth Social. I don't know what to do about X. I don't get anything on X. I put stuff on there all the time, but I don't get anything. Nothing. I mean, not a like, not a. Well, I get a view every once in a while, but again, views don't really mean anything in this online world. Views meant maybe you were just passing by. Maybe you hit it on accident. You were actually trying to hit the one above it. I mean, I don't know, but I just know I don't get it. But if you are on Facebook, I'm putting this in my recovery group. So if you need prayer or want to pray together or you want to just talk, again, you can message me. I've talked with many people, still talk to many today. Not as much as I used to. My brain doesn't work as well. And I've seemed to have lost much of the help that I was counting on and getting, frankly, in my groups on Facebook. So I don't do a lot on Facebook anymore, but I still tend to try to reach out to my recovery group and my other groups from time to time. So again, if you could, like this video, comment, share the video, go to my YouTube channel and subscribe to my channel if you would. It doesn't cost anything. There's no questions. You just hit the subscribe button and you move on. But it helps me, okay? Not in all this stuff. I'm never going to be up there with Megyn Kelly or Dan Bongino. I'm not sure if he's still on the radio, but I thought he was the assistant director of the FBI, but I don't know. Maybe he's not. I don't know what the holdup is there. But if you could share my video, I'd appreciate it. Thank you very much.